What's up guys, I'm Rustin from rossmertech.com. Today I'm going to show you how I set up my mining rig. This is more like a tutorial. Now a couple of weeks back I gave you a glimpse at my mining rig. A lot of you guys loved the video, but you wanted me to do a tutorial, a step-by-step tutorial showing you guys how to set it up. So in this video I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to show you all the hardware you're going to need, and I'm going to show you how to set it up, so stay tuned. Alright, so this is the USB powered hub, and this is by Satoshi. This one's highly recommended by a bunch of people. And I got this from Amazon, and if you're interested, I'm going to leave a link in the description. All right, so this is a USB powered fan. Picked this one up from Amazon. A lot of people recommended it, and I'm gonna leave a link to this in the description. All right, so last but not least, this is the Bitmain AntMiner S2. This can pull off like a little bit over 2 gigahash. And this is what we're going to be using to actually do our mining.
Alright guys, now we're at our second step here of this video. I'm going to show you guys how to actually install everything we need to install to get this thing to start mining. Now, in part one of this video, I showed you guys how to install the actual hardware. The powered hub, the fan, the AntMiner U2, how to connect it and everything. So now we're going to install the software and actually start mining. The first thing we're going to need to do is make sure that our computer recognizes or reads the U2 AntMiner. To do that, first make sure you connect everything to the hub. Hub is connected to your computer. Now power on the hub, and you should hear something, and it might start installing something depending on your version of Windows. But let it run. Again, mine installed everything in the background. Now, to figure out whether or not anything was installed, just open up Start menu, navigate to your control panel, click on Hardware and Sound, then click on Devices and Printer. And it should load a bunch of different devices. Now, it should look something like this. If it installed it successfully, you would see CP2102 USB to UART bridge. That is your actual AntMiner U2. Now that's not the final driver. We're going to install something right on top of this, but it's a good thing if you see this. That means your computer recognized the actual miner. So now let's minimize this here. Now we're going to have to download a program to install that driver. It's a small program, so it'll take about like 30 seconds to download and install. So open up your web browser, navigate to this link here. It's sadig.akeo.ie. Once you get to this page, you're going to scroll down so you see these two download links here. Most of us are going to click on the top one because we are not running Windows XP. If you're running Windows that's not Windows XP, click on this top link here. So let's do that now. It's going to start downloading the actual software. It's a small download. Give it about 30 seconds to download and you should be good. Alright, so once it's finished downloading, just double click the file, and if something pops up, click yes. Then it should look something like this. Let's just minimize this here. Now, first thing we do is click on Options, list all devices, and it listed mine by default. This is the actual device here, the CP2102 USB to UART bridge, right? But if you don't see it right away, just click on this drop down arrow thing here and select it from this list here. And it's CP2102 USB to UART bridge controller. Once you have that selected, we're going to click on this reinstall driver. It's going to install this driver onto the actual device itself. So click on reinstall driver, give it about 30 seconds or less to install. And then once it's finished installing and everything was successful, it's going to say driver installation. The driver was installed successfully. So close that, close that. We got that part out of the way. We know our AntMiner is ready to go. Now we need to download a wallet and join a mining pool. So let's first download the wallet, and we're going to go to the second link here. And the second link is bitcoin.org/en/choose-your-wallet. Right? Once we get to this page, remember all my links are going to be in the description. So if you don't want to type it, you can just copy it from my description. Choose desktop. I'm going to choose Windows because I'm running Windows. And for this video, I'm going to choose Bitcoin Core. Now, you can use any Bitcoin wallet you want. I like this one, so I'm going to pick this one for this video. So you've set up your Bitcoin wallet. All we need is that Bitcoin address, the one that we use to receive money. So click on this link here, click on install up here, click on this download Bitcoin Core here, let it run. It should take a minute to finish downloading. So when the download is finished, just double click the download file. If something pops up, click yes. Now, I already installed mine, so I'm not going to go through this installation. Just click on next, next, yes, next, yes, next, 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 yes. Then once you've finished downloading and installing that, you're going to open it up. I got mine here, so I'm just going to search for it. It's Bitcoin Core. And I have a 64-bit operating system, so it downloaded the 64-bit version. So click on the icon so that your wallet can load. And whatever it says allow access, just click on allow access. It's not a big deal. Then it's verifying some stuff. Now this is your Bitcoin wallet here. This is where you do all your transactions. This is where you can figure out what your Bitcoin address is, the address for receiving, not sending. So click on file here, then click on receiving address, and click on this and just click copy down here. Well, this is highlighted. Make sure this is highlighted and then click on copy, right? So it's going to copy your receiving address, right? So keep that in your clipboard. We're going to paste it on to something else later on. You can jot this down. You copy this and paste it anywhere you want. Remember it. It's very important because this is the address we're going to use to receive the money from. Again, the pool. All the money you mined has to be sent somewhere, so it's sent to a wallet. This is your wallet. This is your address for receiving money. So close this. After you copy that, we're going to minimize this. Now we need to join a pool. Now open up your browser again, and it's going to be this third link here. It's mining.bitcoin.cz/home/. This is I guess one of the most popular Bitcoin mining pools. It's Slush's pool. I like this pool. You have to create an account. I have mine already created, but to create an account, all you have to do is sign up here, or click on sign up here, whichever one. Click on sign up here, follow the instructions, go through all that. Once you're finished signing up, you're going to log in. So I'm going to log into mine right now. So once you're logged in, it's going to look something like this. It's automatically by default going to go to your dashboard. Now you're going to want to go to your settings, right? Click on settings here. You're going to want to one of the most important things here is your payouts, right? So whenever you're mining, the money you mine has to go somewhere. So you click on payouts here, and paste remember the thing we copied? Just paste it here. Click on or new wallet. You would add your wallet and paste it there. So this is my address. You would paste your address here. Then click on you got to type in your threshold. How many? Your threshold is basically you have to reach this amount you select to get a payout. So let's say you don't want the mine to send you the money until you get to like 1 Bitcoin or 0.1 Bitcoin or whatever threshold you set, and basically it's a fee. I think it's a 0.01 fee. So you hit save, then it stores all that information. So whenever you do reach your threshold, it's going to send that money to your wallet automatically. So that's why copying that address, that receiving address from our Bitcoin wallet was important. So we could paste it here, create it here, set a threshold, and save it. Then hit save. Now we need to create workers. So next thing we're going to need to do is click on this workers tab up here, right? Click on new worker. I already have a worker created. By default it creates your username .worker1. I kept that, but if you want to create a new worker, you can click on new worker. Remember, it's going to be your username whatever login suffix would be. The login suffix is after the dot. So mine is it could be anything you want. Resim then down here red, and save it. You know what I mean? So this would be your mining username, resim.red, or whatever you select here. By default, it's going to be your username and whatever worker name you select. So mine is, I kept it by default, resim.worker1. Your username would be your username.worker1. If you created a new one, I created resim. Let's say 1, and I'm gonna hit save. That's pretty much it. I'll give it a second or two to save. So now you created a new worker. Let's go to workers again. Now there's 2 workers. There's 1 and there's worker1. So remember, the username is going to be your username. My username is my name, RASIM dot. So it's going to be your username dot whatever worker you created here. And I'll show you how that works in a second. So now we're going to download our actual mining software. It's called CG Miner. To do that, open up our browser and we're going to navigate to this page here. It's www.filedropper.com/cgminer -run -windows -201312224. Again, this link is going to be in the description. Once you get here, click on this download this file. Type in the characters it tells you to type in. I'm going to type in mine now. Then hit download this file, and it should start to download right away. And it starts downloading. As you can see, mine is downloading right now, and it's already finished. Once it's finished, if it hasn't extracted itself, extract it to the desktop. If it hasn't extracted itself, you have to go to your downloads, find out wherever you downloaded that file. Go to that downloads, right? In Windows, there's a download folder usually. Go to download, wherever you download your folder. Go to wherever that file downloaded, double click the file, and extract it to your desktop, right? I already have one on the desktop. I'm gonna extract it again and replace it. So now that that's done, double click the file we just downloaded. It's cgminer/run, right? So now what we gotta do is open up our notepad. I'm going to type in notepad here in the search. If you're running Windows, you should have a notepad. Open up notepad, and we're going to paste a few things here. This is what we're going to paste, and this is also going to be in the description. Now, the few things are going to change. If you're going to keep the same pool here, this is the pool address, then you could keep this the same. The same pool I showed you, if you're going to keep /this pool, keep this address the same. If you're going to use a different pool, you have to paste that address right here. Now, this part here, after the -u is the username, or actually your worker's name or worker username. By default, if you're using /this pool, it creates one for you. It's called worker1. So it's your username dot worker1 if you're going to use the default one. My username is resim, and I added the dot worker1. If you created a different different worker, then you would paste that here. Remember, if you're using /this pool, it's your username, the same username you used to log into the pool, dot the worker you created. By default, it creates worker1. If you created a new one, you would put that worker there. Now, password here after the -p is where you would put the password, and it could be anything. You have to type something, but it can be anything. And I typed anything. So now we have to save this file and hit File, Save As. We got to select the location. We want to save it in the same folder we just extracted, that CG Miner folder. We have it in the desktop, and it's called CG Miner -run, right? And we're going to click on Open. Then we're going to type in a name here. It could be any name you want. I'm going to type in mine. For mine, I'm going to type in miner, MINER 2, and you can type in whatever name you want. I'm going to call mine miner 2, and this part is very important. You have to add a .bat after the name, and it has to be together. So whatever name you chose for this file, make sure you add a .bat, and then over here under Save As Type, select all files, then hit Save. Then you can close this here. We're going to search for the file we just created. And this is the file we just created. Now, this is the final step. Once we click on this file, it should start mining. You should start the software and it should start mining. You should see your miner on there. Before you click on this, make sure your Power Hub is connected to your computer. It's powered on, and you have your ASCII miner. We're using the Bitmain AntMiner U2. Make sure it's connected. Once everything's connected, we're going to double click the file we just created, and it should start mining. And we're going to see it mining right now. All right, guys. So if everything was installed successfully, it should read your ASCII miner, your AntMiner U2. If you see this here, if it says AMU0, you know it read your ASCII miner and it's working. Now up here, it's going to give you the mega hash or gigahash rate of your devices, and over here it will give you the average rate of your devices, mega hash or gigahash. Now if everything is working and it's actually mining, you will see accepted. The accepted means it's actually mining and it's making you money. So if you see accepted, it's good. If you don't see accepted, wait for a while. If you still don't see it, restart it and try it again. But that's pretty much it for this part.
Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give me a like. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm Rustin from RossMurderTech.com, and thank you for watching.